Hello and welcome to another secure check cashing video demonstration. This one is going to cover a few points within the product just as examples of information and searching and some other ways of finding information that you might need within the system. I am going to go through searching for customer records by different values rather than just by name or by a fingerprint image. I'm also going to use the check search feature to look for bad checks either by a maker or just in general to help you find bad checks within your system because you might need that information. First, I'm going to go into the database here and look at makers. And we have a maker on my demo system called Computer Broker, and I've got a flag set saying that any checks from this maker are going to be considered bad for any number of different reasons. So I will go into check search, click on that, and search on company or check. I'm going to type in the first part of the maker name, computer, and look for bad checks. So I'll click search, and here we find that we have a bad check from them within the account for this particular customer. Looks like it was an oversized check as well for whatever reason, but then again, this is a demo system. So we can search for bad checks for a particular company name, or I could erase that and search for bad checks in general, and notice that this particular customer we have more than one bad check on, a different company this time, and also we've got a customer here that had a bad check. So again, an easy way to find that information. You can print it, use it however you need to. Notice that you have some other options here if you're looking for a particular routing number, meaning bank or account number, or even a specific check number that you need to search for. So those are some useful options that you have within the system. Also back up here on identification, on customer list, identification is the default. So you could say all customers that have an A in their name. And of course we've got a couple of them out here for that. But beyond that, you've got some other capabilities, something called identification, contact, company. Now identification can be a number of different values depending on what you enter for each customer. You could have driver's license number as an identification. You could have a social number as an identification. If you use the loyalty card printing option within the product, then that's going to assign an identification number for a customer as well. Also, contact number would be things like phone, cell phone, business, etc. That one's got a little bit different format, and we've talked about maybe making that a little bit cleaner to work with. But because of the way that a telephone number is formatted with the parentheses around it, I'm going to put in percent signs which say it can be any value. And notice that I've got now a list of customers whose phone number starts with 248. What I'm going to point out in particular is this customer here, Cynthia Ferguson, which I'm going to search for in a number of different ways. So that record showed up by contact number. If I go in and look for a driver's license number, enter a value for that, notice that we find that same customer record, Cynthia Ferguson. In this case, the first ID number was driver's license with 225. Also, if I wanted to search for a social number starting 998, here again I've got Cynthia Ferguson. Or if we have a loyalty code, let's see, SC for secured check, and starting with a digit 8, once again I have Cynthia Ferguson. So just to show you some data here, You got a couple of pop-up messages on this. Any of the values that are contained up here in this box labeled identifications, you could then search on. Again, driver's license, social number, loyalty card, contact information. All we have is a business phone. You could have an email address. You could have a cell phone. So those give you some other ways of finding customer records and also searching for bad checks that you might need to get information on with the system. So hopefully you found this information useful as well. Thank you very much. I wish you a pleasant day.